everybody. This is Martina Parker, and you're welcome to Jobberman Ghana's Facebook Live event. I'm the social media and community marketer. Remember, if you have any questions whatsoever, just send in your messages, send in your questions, and I'm right here to answer each and every one of them, okay? Our theme for today is how you can find a job. So this is where we're going to have a discussion on how all the tips you need to find a job, all right? And we have an amazing package for you. If you are among the first 30 people to join in on the discussion, you get 50% discount off our CV writing services. Okay, is that not exciting? Well, I am excited too, and you're very much welcome. Okay, so I want us to be a number. We are 4 already. That's exciting. Just tell a friend to tell another friend, and let's jump on this and let's get talking. Okay? Sure. Yeah. So as we wait, you can tell me about your interview mistakes, those mistakes that you made that you want to share with me, and I'll read it out. As you also tell others about the Facebook Live event today, okay? Cool. So we have 4. Yeah, we have 6. That's amazing. I want us to be 10, then we can start talking, okay? All right. We are 9. That's amazing. Okay. 8. Oh, okay, well, we can start now, okay? Yeah, so we are talking about how you can find a job, okay? And today we are going to discuss job search statistics. We're going to discuss job application mistakes, prepping your mind. That 73% of employers actually hire and recruit via jobs websites and on social media, okay? And also 70% of candidates are turned down because of something that employers found about them online. So your media presence, your online presence is also very important when you're looking for a job. Say, for instance, your Gmail address or your email address, is not professional. It's one fantastic name, like I put it. That is a no-no. Make sure that your email address, and your presence on social media speaks professionalism at least, okay? So that is one. And also, the truth is that about 5 candidates are usually shortlisted for interviews by employers. So you want to stay on top. You want to stay, going when it comes to your job search, okay? So these are the things going on in the jobs market, and that is why you need these tips in order to be on top, okay? All right, so let's begin. Let's talk about the job application mistakes that we usually make. So it could be your CV, it could be your interview skills, and it could be the fact that you have not networked enough, okay? So we are going to look at all of these one by one. But before then, how prepared are you for the jobs market? Because you need to prepare your mind. You need to be in the right state of mind for the jobs market, especially if you're a fresh graduate, okay? Usually when you're fresh from school, there are so many things that you need to ward off as you embrace the new world. And so it's very important that you prep yourself for the jobs market. And one thing you can do is to seek and pursue personal development. That is very, very important when it comes to job search. What books are you reading? What blogs are you subscribed to? And Jobberman Ghana, we have an amazing blog where you can find all the advice pertaining to your career and job search, okay? So seek personal development. If it means acquiring new skills, if it means, attending seminars and summits, these are all ways you prepare yourself for the jobs market. It's very, very important. You need to be in the right state of mind in order to do so. Yeah, I see people sending me thumbs up, sending me their messages. That's amazing. So yeah, Tell your friends, everybody should get on board. We want to know all that we need to know as we look for jobs, okay? Yeah, so that's how we're preparing your mind for the job market. Then from there, you need to network, okay? You need to make friends with people who can push you, get the right people in your circle. It is important that when you're looking for jobs, you network. Now there are professional sites where you can connect with people, whether they are your peers or people already in the industry where you are looking for jobs. It is important because you get people to tell you if there are job vacancies, even without you necessarily going online. And so network is very important. Once you have the right group of people, you've surrounded yourself with these people, they can push you, they can motivate you, then you know that you are in the right place when it comes to your job search, okay? So it's important that you find the right network. Very, very important. And from there, we come to a very important part of job search, your CV. CV is your first point of contact with your potential employee. It is very important that you get the perfect CV, because on there, before you even meet the employer, it is your CV that the employer would see. So it's very important because it's your first point of contact, I'll repeat this, with your potential employer, okay? And so it's important that you get a perfect CV. And when it comes to getting perfect CVs, you need to emphasize on your achievements on your CV. And I've seen a couple of CVs where there are some petty mistakes, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So optimizing your CV is very, very important. And how do you do this? Make sure that you structure your CV to fit the industry in which you're applying a job. For instance, if you're applying for a job in a banking industry, you need to make sure that your CV is structured in that way. You can write on it your experiences with other financial institutions, whatsoever. That way, it becomes easier for an employer to find you as a good fit. So it's very important that you structure your CV that way. And you can also emphasize your achievements on your CV. It is for you. Okay, so emphasize your achievements. And one very important thing when it comes to CV is that you need to be mindful of length and content. Because the reality is people don't like to read. Employers say they don't like to read so much. So it's very important that your CV is very simple yet very precise. So be mindful of your font size, be mindful of your font style. We would suggest from Jobberman here that you stick to Times New Roman, because it's most preferred mostly, and make good use of short sentences and bullets, because bullets makes your CV very easy to read, and so it is very important to take note of these things, okay? So with this in mind, once again, I want to say that if you have any questions for us, just send it to us in the comments section. And I hope, you're telling your friends about the event, okay? It's exciting to be here today. All right, so yeah, back to the conversation. Remember that if you're among the first 30, you need to send me a message in my inbox, in the Jobberman Facebook inbox. Send the message there. Send the message FB Live, 50% discount. And then when we see it, we will give you 50% writing service, okay? It's very important. So send the message into our inbox, write on there FB Live, 50% discount, and we will give that to you at a go, okay? Just by participating in the event. And ask your questions, okay? We are here for you, okay? Awesome. So back to CV writing. When you're writing your CV, there are some key elements that you should bear in mind. Okay, very, very important elements. Every CV must have your personal information. This has to do with your name, this has to do with your contact numbers, and your email address. That is why I said it is very important that you have a very professional email address. You need to speak professionalism even in your CV, even before you meet your potential employer. Okay, so it's very important you do this. And then after your personal information, you need to write about your personal profile. This is 1 line, 2 lines about who you are. It is not the typical question of where do you come from or what food do you like best. You want to stay professional. So you can start your sentence with something like, I am a goal-oriented individual, blah, blah, blah. And then it tells the employer that, okay, this is somebody that is ready for the jobs market. So you want to stay professional even in your personal profile. Just a line or 2, maximum 3 lines, and that's enough, okay? So right from your personal profile, you can talk about your educational background. Now, there are some CVs where you see people write just the names of the schools they attended, and that's it. Some do write the dates, some don't, but then this is not good for you. Make sure that in your educational background, you include the name of the school, the certificate you have earned, and the date, the duration, the span. So if you went to school from July 2014 to July 2018, you need to indicate it there. Preferably, you can write your date on the right. Preferably, you can write your date on the right. As you write the name of your school, your institution, then you write the certificate. What happens when you do not write the certificate is that it could be that you probably didn't finish school. So what certificate have you earned to prove that indeed you attended the school, and so you should be acknowledged for that? So you want to also include, so for instance, you finished Archbishop Portugal Senior High School. You want to write there, you've earned the West African Secondary School Certificate Examination, and then you put the dates in which you completed school. Okay, so that's very important. That's for your educational background. Very importantly, you want to write your current education before the earliest. And by that I mean, for instance, you attended University of Ghana or KNUST or University of Cape Coast, and that is your very current education. You want to put that first. So you put that first before your senior high school education. So that is also very, very, very important. The arrangement on your CV. Remember, we spoke about content. And so you want your CV to have a very good structure and very well arranged. Okay, so that's that. And then from your educational background, you want to write about some skills you have acquired. It could be in Microsoft Word, in Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, whatsoever. You want to also bring that in there because it's a form of education. And you don't necessarily have to sit in a classroom to acquire some of these skills. These are skills you can earn or acquire by reading or being taught by a friend or something like that. So you don't necessarily need to sit in a classroom. So if you don't have any skill that you can put on your CV, it is time you get one. It is time you pursue that. You can learn about Excel, you can learn about Microsoft Word. It is very, 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 very important, okay? Awesome. So right from your skills, like I said, I am waiting for the questions to flow in. So if you have any, I have quite a number, okay. Let me go through quickly. What is the best answer to tell me about yourself? What is the optimal length for CVs? I'll take the first 3 and then we'll continue, okay? So what is the best answer to tell when it comes to tell me about yourself? So the best answer is to start by your name, who you are. If you want to include your age, that's fine. Where you worked previously, what you did there, and then you can continue with why you are applying for the job. You're telling them about yourself, but you don't want to tell them the best food you like to eat, your favorite colors. So you tell them about your name, you can mention your age, you can mention the education you've had, the school you attended, and then you can go ahead and also talk about the job you had before this and how it aligns with the one you have applied for, and why you think leaving there or applying for this one is ideal. Okay. Okay, so we have another question from Jill. The first question was from Jima Prince Kofi. I hope I've answered your question, Prince. Thank you for joining in. And from Jill, what is the optimal length for a CV? This is a very good question. The optimal length should be 3 pages. That is why in the beginning we said, make sure you make use of short sentences, make sure you make good use of bullets. They make it easier to read. You don't want to have about 5 or 8 pages CV. Okay, so make it very simple. Maximum 3 pages is fine. Okay, awesome. And then I have another one. I'm very literate IT, studied business information tech. I do photography as a hobby and I need a job badly. Okay, Nana Kwame, this is from you. If you need a job in IT, we have a number of them on our website, jobberman.com.gh, so you can go there and then see the available jobs and see which one you can apply for. Okay, so let's jump in quickly and then I'll answer to the other questions. Okay, we are here for you, like I said. All right, so after you've spoken about your skills, then you come to the very important bit of your CV, your work experience. So as we said earlier, make sure that your CV is structured to fit the industry that you're applying for the job. Okay, so your work experience should also spell that. It's very important. So, and when it comes to work experience, you want to write your earliest work experience. For instance, if you're finishing a national service, which many people are on leave for, you can write on your CV, make sure you update your CV all the time. You can write on your CV, complete a national service, wherever you did the national service, right on there. That should be the first thing that comes under your work experience. Then you write the duration on the right. Remember, our dates are always on the right. So you write your duration on the right. Say September 2017 to August 2018 on the right. Then you can talk about your responsibilities there, maybe in bullets, very short, very precise, okay? And so that is how we should follow. So after your national service, I'm saying this for those who just completed national service, then the next should be the work experience you had before that. So for everybody, this is how it should be. Try to be mindful of the arrangement, okay? It says your current work experience before the earliest you've had. If you've had any internship opportunities before, these are all work experiences. So just include that in your CV. Some people say, oh, it's just an internship, so why should I have it on my CV? It is work experience. Even if you did it for a week, if you did it for 3 days, it is still work experience. So you want to have that on your CV as well. Okay, so that's that for work experience. And then you come to your awards and your achievements. That is also very important. So you went to school. Perhaps you were a best student in your class. You were given an award for that. Perhaps you participated in a extracurricular activity. You got an award for that. Your degree, you got an award. Of course, you were awarded with a degree. You can also put that there in your awards and achievement section. So keep it in mind, after your work experience, you've told us all about your work experience, your roles, your responsibilities, where you did the work, which should come first, where you worked at, then your roles and your responsibilities, and then the dates on the right. Okay, so after that, then you come to your awards and achievements. So after that, you come to your hobbies. Now, hobbies, sometimes people want to do too much to impress. Stay simple, okay? You can write reading, you can write swimming, something you like, but one word is enough to explain that. You don't need a whole sentence to talk about your hobbies, okay? So that's that on hobbies, and then you come to the reference. But before I go into the references, let me read a few of these messages. It says, I need a marketing job from Theophilus as someone. I need a marketing job. I hold BSc in marketing. Theophilus, you can go to our website, www.jobberman.com.gh, and scan through the available jobs and see which one you can apply for. But remember, before you can apply, you need to create an account on the website, okay? You need to create an account. So get an account, upload your CV, and then apply. All right, so next one, I've been until FB Live 50% discount. Yes, and you got that as well. Theophilus Asamoah, I hold back in marketing and I need a job. Call me. Okay, I have your number. So yeah, like I said, you can go on there. Okay, welcome, Bill. Thank you for participating in the Facebook Live. And our brand here, the gentleman, says, I'm Patrick and I want to know your job. My job? Okay, I'm the social media and community marketer here at Jobberman Ghana. Okay, so that's my job, all right? Okay, so back to references, back to CV writing. So our last point on CV writing is on references. It's very important. Employers want to know the people you've worked for, and they also want to know how well you did when you worked for them. So it is very important that you put down your references, and that is usually the last thing. That is always the last thing on your CV. So put down your references, the name of the person, the organization in which the person works for, and then you can write the contact numbers and the email address. Okay, so that's for references. And ideally, we can have 2 or 3. 3 ideally, but you can have 2 or 3. 1 is not enough because employers also want to know from other people how well you did. So it's very important that you have about 2 or 3 references on there. It is also important that your references are not your relatives. Please, 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 and please again, don't put your mother on there. Don't put your father on there. Stay professional. So anybody you've had any work experience with that was your superior can be your reference. So that is important. Well, that's that for CV writing, but it doesn't end there, does it? So you write your CV, and then there's that very, 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 very important part of the job search, which is interviews. The moment you write for CV, you write your CV, and then you apply for a job, and your CV is a good one, the next step is interview. How prepared are you for your interview? That is very important. A lot of people go to interview rooms and then come out sad and worried that they might never be taken. Well, the tips I'm about to give you, we're about to give you here at Jobberman can be helpful, okay? So it is important that you stick to these tips. So about interviews, you want to, first of all, know about the company as you prepare. It is very important that you prepare for your interview. You don't want to go there panicking and not sure of yourself. The more you prepare, the more confident you become. So prepare for the interview. So know about the company. You can Google this, or if you prefer asking someone who works there, that's if you know anybody there, but Googling is ideal. Most companies can be found on Google, so you can Google about the company and know more about it. Some organizations, recruiters in some organizations do ask, so you want to stay safe, okay? So research about the company and know, because when you get to the interview room, sometimes they just want to know if you've done your researches. If you really want the job, you will do your research on the company. So research about that. Also, do your research on how your role, the role you are applying for, is aligned with the values and the vision of the organization. So for instance, you're applying for a receptionist role and in an organization, make sure that in your interview you mention, if you're asked, how your role as a receptionist is in line with the vision and the values of the organization. So that's one thing you need to know about interviews, okay, when you're preparing for interviews. And then you come to one very important bit, your outfit. So for men, you want to do your nice suit, your nice pair of trousers, nice shoes, very neat, very clean, ironed, and your tie, okay? Be mindful of colors, be mindful of the match you make on your outfit. And then for the ladies, keep your hair intact. Keep it clean, keep your makeup very simple, nothing over the top. You can wear your nice pair of skirts and then your top and you're good to go, okay? So that's for outfit. Make sure it is clean, it is well ironed, because you want to give a very good impression when you enter the interview room. Even before you sit, your outfit can do a lot for you. It speaks volumes about who you are, and it speaks volumes about how prepared and how you really want the job. So make sure that your outfit is really on point, okay? And then from outfit, you go to your document. So this is what you want to do. You want to go in there with your documents, your original certificates, and your CV. Because some organizations, they want to see if you brought your CV. Some recruiters want to see that. So you can take your original certificates along with you, your senior high school, your degree certificate, whatever certificate you have, take it along with you, and then have your CV with you as well. Okay, and then portfolio. Portfolio is for those that are maybe in the arts or are maybe in architecture. You want to also take along your portfolio to show that these and that are the things you have done previously in your work. Okay, so also take your portfolio along with you. And then prepare for common questions. Now, these are very common questions that you will be asked during an interview. Tell us about yourself, as I answered. What are your weaknesses? What are your strengths? These are questions you'll be asked, okay? So make sure that you Google or ask around for common questions that people usually ask during interviews so that you don't find yourself wanting. Another very important question you should look out for is your salary range. Your salary range. This is a question that people usually find themselves wanting when they are asked during interviews. Some say, oh, anything you give me, but that is a very, very wrong answer because it gives a very bad impression to the employer. Of course, you want to work and earn some income. So it is very important that you state your salary range. If you want to know about the salary range about a particular role, you can ask somebody who is already working in that field elsewhere. You can ask the person, okay, so when you started, what was your salary range? And the person will be more than happy to help you. Say it was between 1,000 Ghana cedis and 1,500 Ghana cedis. That is okay. Then you can take it along with you. But do not go to the interview room saying anything you give me, okay? Mention something. It's a very serious ground. So you need to mention something. You want to work and earn an income. Unless you don't want to do that, but you want to work and earn an income as well, alongside passion, okay? That's that. Okay, and very importantly, your timing. Your timing is very, very, very important. How early you get to the interview. So we here at Jobberman, we want to say that if you're going for an interview, you'll at least be there 30 minutes before time. This is because you want to feel relaxed and don't feel pressured or rushed. So prepare very early in the morning and attend the interview at least 30 minutes before time. It is very, very important you do that, so that you don't feel pressured, so that you can answer you can be confident enough to answer all the questions. But if you rush, then it's employers or recruiters can see through that. So try as much as possible not to rush. And aside time, there is another important thing to note: courtesy. Courtesy during an interview. You want to stay respectful. When you enter the interview room, before you sit down, allow them to offer you the seat. That's the panel. Allow them to offer you a seat, say thank you, and sit down. Make sure you don't put your arms on the desk. You want to keep your arms on you, and then as much as possible, keep very good eye contact. Be mindful of hand gestures and body language. Very important, smile. Okay, keep your smile on. Wear your smile as well as you wear your outfit, and smile all through the interview. Don't laugh too much. Just smile when you need to. Create a good balance between smiling and being too familiar. Okay. Remember that you're still at an interview, so you need to smile and yet be mindful of the fact that you're at an interview. So wear your smile as well. And keep a very good eye contact, like I said. And very importantly, your phone skills. Do not enter the interview room with your phone on loudspeaker. We here at Jobberman, we think that it's best you put your phone off for the meantime. It's going to be about 15 minutes, so you can put your phone off, then right after the interview, you put it back on. But be mindful of phone skills. You don't want a situation whereby you're in front of your panel and your phone is ringing. It's very distractive and very, very annoying. It's a total put off. So put the phone off or put it on silence, whichever one you prefer. So that's that. Courtesy, body language, be respectful, and also very important, stay honest, okay? Stay honest and stay confident. There are some cases where you feel tensed and so you begin to shake a little bit. You begin to tremble, all of that. They are very normal. In an interview, it's very likely you will feel nervous, but as much as possible, be confident. Walk into the interview room with all the confidence you can have and sit down in confidence and speak in confidence. It's very, very important. And stay honest. One thing is that when you are lying, remember that employers have been into that space before and they continue to apply for jobs. And so, recruiters, I mean. And so you want to remain honest. Don't lie. When you lie, they can actually see through the lie. Okay, so very important. Do not lie. Stay honest and stay very confident. Okay. Yeah, so I'm still waiting for your questions. If you have any more for me, we can go ahead and discuss. Give me all the questions and let's move. Waiting. Okay, let's see if we have more. Oh, someone says, thanks very much. That's possible. Thank you too, possible, for joining us. Abena, so please, do you recruit on contract, like having a contract with some quiet of companies that you recruit for? I don't really get the question. Abena, if you can come back with that, that would be very great. Abrantia, the gentleman, your work looks kind of fun. I want to join you guys. Oh, thank you, Abrantia. I see a couple of thumbs up. That's amazing. I think I would want to revisit Abena's question. Please, do you recruit on contract? We do not. If your question is to say, do do job seekers pay us? No, job seekers don't pay us for what we do. What we do is to fill the vacancies of employers. Okay, so your bit as a job seeker is to sign up on the website, create an account there, upload your updated CV, mind you, updated CV, okay? And then, you can apply for any of the jobs. So there's no contract bit to it. Okay, any more questions for me? Jill says, hey, so is there a preference on the outfit to wear for ladies? That is a pair of trousers versus a skirt. Is there a preference? Most preferably a skirt will do. I think skirts are best for ladies. So if you can put on your skirt, then that is fine. Okay, that is fine. You can put on that. I have a question from Reagan Miles. What wage range should a fresh university graduate quote during an interview? That's a very good question. Like I said, ask around, okay? Because you're not the only fresh graduates. There have been fresh graduates as well. So you can ask around. If you're applying for a job as an administrative assistant, you want to find out someone who has done that before, right after the university, and then ask them, hey, so when you applied, what was your salary range? And you can tell from that, okay? All right. And I have a question from Yao. Yao says, please, I want to work for you. That's amazing, Yao. Thanks for joining us. William Ni Afum says, please, have you talked about the right presentation of CV? Yes, we have spoken about that, but do not worry. We are going to have this video on our blog as well, so you can go on there and watch it once again to get all the tips you probably missed out on, okay? So yeah, do not worry at all. We've spoken about that. All right. Yeah. Okay, more questions for me. Um, any more. Abdul is waving. Hi, Abdul. Thanks for joining. Thanks everyone for joining me, for joining Jobberman today. We are very excited to have you all on board to learn a few tips. Like I said, the first 30 people get 50% discount of our CV writing services. Okay, so you can send me a message, FB Live, 50% discount on Facebook in our inbox. Send us that message, and then we'll make sure we do that for you. Okay, that's what you get for joining us today. All right. Okay, let's see if we have any more questions. Oh, Gabby is saying, if a candidate have no experience, how does he or she present or demonstrate capabilities? If a candidate has no experience, how does he or she present or demonstrate capabilities? It is very important that when you enter the interview room, you put on your confidence. That is enough to show that you're capable for the job. One way is to research about the job. Research, know more about the job. Even if you have no experience about the job, read about it. And when you enter the interview room, be confident when you're talking about it. It's, even though you do not have experience, to show that at least you've researched, and it gives a very good impression to the employer that this is somebody that they can work with, that is ready to learn. Okay, so yes, employers do give opportunities for people to learn. So if you have no experience, getting some research done is very good, so that when you enter, you can be confident and talk about those experiences. Okay, Abila is saying, do you recruit people for contract for some companies? Example, recruiting for a company A, or company A paying you and you managing your recruiters. Yeah, we do that. Like I said, we want to fill the vacancies of employers. So if I'm getting your question right, we do enter into a contract with a company A or company B, and then we are paid for that, and we get the people that we are looking for. So if you're an employer on here, that's something we do. So you can definitely contact us, and we will be of help to you. Okay, William Miyafum is saying, what about job experience? Your question is not clear. What about job experience do you want to know? If it's about you gaining a lot of experience, that's why you want to search for a job in the first place. If you are still in school, make very good use of internship opportunities. It's very important, because these are all work experiences that you can bag and also put on your CV. Okay, so Abdul Rauf is saying, hello Abdul, and then Mandy Ofori, how many people have you guys actually helped get employment? So many people. I can't even give out the numbers. There are so many people, and we are here to help you as well if you need our help. Okay. All right. So Abrant here, the gentleman, do you charge people when they use your platform for job hunting? No, not at all. We don't charge anybody for that. It's absolutely free. All you need to do is to create an account on Jobberman, on www.jobberman.com.gh, and then you upload your CV and apply for any job of your interest free of charge. Okay. Mami Adwa Inti, hi, do you charge when you help one get a job? I just answered the question. No, we do not charge. And I think I'll take my last one for now. My last one, actually, because we are far behind time. Can we get the, I'm not getting the question, procedural website for sign up? Oh, the website is just www.jobberman.com.gh. www.jobberman.com.gh. Go on there, you'll see the create an account option, and you can create an account, upload your updated CV, make sure your CV is perfect. If you want our help on that one, so we are glad to help you. You can also access our CV writing services right there on the website, and then we can help you. But make sure your CV is perfect, is good to land you the job, okay, to help you land the job. So upload that CV and then apply for any job you want. Okay. Oh, more questions coming in. Abina saying, thanks for the answer. So how do I qualify for such contract? Abina, are you an employer? Because if you're an employer, then I can talk to you. I'll send you a private message and then we can discuss, okay? So you don't have a problem. Clifford, what is your role in this program? My role is I am a representative of Jobberman Ghana, and I am here so we share tips. We learn about new tips on how you can find a job. So that's why I'm here today, okay? Godwin Immortal Asigbe, why don't you display email or the employers? We do. For employers who want to stay anonymous, we don't, because that is what they want and we are working for them, and so we want to satisfy their needs. But for some employers, and for many as a matter of fact, we do display their, how do you call it? We do display their organizations on the websites, okay? Mami Amponsa, I got my current job through Jobberman. Really grateful. Thank you, Mami Amponsa. I think that will be the last one. Thank you for joining in, and also we are grateful that our services was of good help to you. So this brings me to the end of the Facebook Live event. Thank you so much for joining in. If you missed it, or if your friend missed it, do not worry. Your friend can still find us on our blog on the website, www.jobberman.com.gh. This video will be there so your friend can learn some tips on how to land a job. So I'll leave you with a quote. If you can dream it, you can do it. Remember, it is possible. Okay, happy job search, and thank you. Have a lovely evening. Bye.